Hi guys, I'm back this time with a haul from my trip away to Skye and the Outer Hebrides. So let's see what I got. First up, I went to the Talisker distillery. I don't drink whiskey. It was something that I've always, well not always, but I've always enjoyed gin, but I really wanted to start like a whiskey journey. I just don't know where to begin, and this distillery was absolutely stunning. If you've been there, you'll know what I'm talking about. I didn't feel like I could just go and buy a bottle of whiskey and be like, oh, let me try it. I just feel like when I do start my whiskey journey, it needs to maybe be one of those little tours or something, just trial it. So anyway, instead of whiskey, I got this candle. So this is actually the Isle of Skye candle. Basically, Talisker and the Isle of Skye Candle Company have partnered up together and they've made this gorgeous candle. It was only £20, which I think is pretty good for this kind of candle. It's got a little map of Skye and I don't know if there's whiskey in it. It would make sense to incorporate whiskey in the candle. Nice little souvenir. The next place I went to, the Isle of Skye Candle Company. It's called the Highland Gorse. And I was like, see when you've been out in the sun all day, you've got sun cream on, you're super toasty. It's kind of given that. So basically like sweat and sun cream, but it's better than that. I really like it. I basically just got lots of candles. I also went to this brunch spot. I can't remember the name. If I remember when I'm editing this, I will leave the name. It was something like the Hungry Gull. It was definitely something to do with the seagull. So I picked up this at the gift shop. That's Skye done. So now we're on to Harris. Of course, I went to the distillery. I'm such a gin fanatic. So I was buzzing. I know you can get this in the shops here, blah blah blah, but I think there's something different about going to the home of Harris Gin and just getting to experience that. So this is infused with sugar kelp from the Outer Hebrides. The bottle is absolutely beautiful. When it's all finished, I'm going to add lights to it and make it all pretty. I'm definitely going to keep the bottle. Speaking of bottles, this little thing comes from the Curiosity Caravan. Now, if you're wondering what that is, it is a little honesty. If you heard of honesty boxes, it's kind of like that, but it's a caravan. If you have Instagram, you can look it up, and inside it's just full of little knickknacks, just wee treasures that you can pick up. They've priced them, so this was £10, and you know, it is an honesty thing. They're trusting the customer to leave the right amount of money, so you can pay contactless and by cash as well. So I picked this up, and it's the Benbecula made downpour gin, actually from the first batch of bottles, and inside it's got a little light, and I saw it on the shelf and I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. I had to sit down because I was getting pins and needles. In this bag is the Hebridean Soap Company, and this is a woman who, she was telling me, she moved from Cotswolds. She started up her own business and it's so popular. All of her products are in almost every little shop in Harris and Lewis, which I love because they're just all supporting one another, which is super cute. So I picked up a few other things. So this one I was excited about. You probably can't see it. It's a bar of soap. It's wrapped in some sort of like cloth. So basically you simply take the whole felted bar into the bath with you. The felted envelope will shrink as the bar of soap shrinks with use, and you'll be left with perfectly felted and colourful piece of woolen cloth when the bar is finished. I mean, I love that. That was really like something different, and I think it's really good for your skin anyway. I also got some other soaps. Got Sea Nymph, little biodegradable soap bag, and you put the bar of soap in it, and then that way it's like not all sliding when you're washing, and it'll all come out of the sponge and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next thing, so I got quite a few of those bars of soap, and as for gifts as well, because there was a lot of smaller bars, and I thought that'd be really cute to give as little gifts for birthdays and whatnot. They also do candles, and this was my favourite. It's jasmine and nutmeg. It smells so clean. Yeah, so if you're in Isle of Lewis, you need to check out the Hebridean Soap Company. They stock them in quite a lot of the stores around there in the little villages. So definitely take note of that. I'm leaving the best to last because this is my favourite brand, Ishka. If you follow me on the other social platforms, I have spoken about Ishka. It is a skincare brand that comes all the way from the Isle of Lewis, and they use the water from the shores of Isle of Lewis in their products, and the seaweed as well, which makes it even more special, sustainable, and just full of like all those really good properties for your skin as well. I picked up the Discovery gift set, so there's no stores, like there's no shops in Glasgow or anything like that. So it's all online, and the home of Ishka is in Stornoway, so that's where I went on my last day, and I knew I was 100% going there. So if you are in Stornoway, it's somewhere to visit if you want to try the products. I'm not going to lie, it's not the cheapest. However, they work. They're award winning as well, and everything in them you can trust that it comes from Outer Hebridean water, and there's no nasties in it, and that's what I love. Also, the packaging is absolutely stunning. So I got the Marine Cream, which is really popular and something I wanted to try. I've not actually tried this yet. The exfoliating face mask, nourishing face oil, recovery oil, and the invigorating body oil. So these are actually all little minis that I've not tried. To hear about my thoughts on these, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that. So that is the haul finished and the end of this video. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe to the channel. It is the Scottish Wanderlust, and you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about what I was showing you today, or if you'd like any tips about, you know, Skye or the Outer Hebrides, and I can let you know in another video. Bye!